Picture this, a candlelit dinner in the heart of Paris, the hum of soft jazz echoing through a quiet restaurant, and sitting across the table is one of the most graceful women to ever grace the silver screen, Audrey Hepburn. It's the kind of moment that seems pulled straight from a dream. But this particular dinner, decades ago, would go on to change not only her life, but the entire language of fashion and cinema. And now, that very evening is about to come alive again in a stunning new film titled Dinner with Audrey. The movie will dive deep into the fascinating friendship between Hepburn and fashion designer Hubert de Givenchy, a bond built over art, trust, and timeless beauty. The film's casting has already caught the world's attention, with Thomasin McKenzie stepping into Audrey's legendary shoes, Ansel Elgort as the visionary Givenchy, and the possibility of Michael Shannon joining the ensemble. This is more than a movie. It's a rediscovery of the magic that defined an era. To understand what makes this story so powerful, we have to step back in time, to that first meeting between Audrey and Hubert. It began with one dinner, one spark, and an instant creative connection that would grow into a 40-year partnership. Dinner with Audrey captures not just that magical evening, but the evolution of their friendship through the decades that followed. Together, they reimagined what it meant to be stylish, what it meant to express yourself through design and performance. From Breakfast at Tiffany's to Funny Face, from Sabrina to How to Steal a Million, their collaborations weren't just about costume. They were about character, identity, and expression. The film promises to show how two artists from completely different worlds found a shared rhythm that resonated with millions, and how friendship can sometimes be the purest form of art. Behind this project is a creative team that understands how to tell human stories with elegance and emotional depth. The director, Abe Sylvia, known for his work on Nurse Jackie and Palm Royale, brings a sensitivity that fits this story perfectly. His style has always blended realism with heart, allowing characters to feel both grand and intimate. The screenplay, written by Kara Holden, weaves that same balance, not just recounting history, but exploring emotion, connection, and the quiet power of collaboration. Together, they're creating a film that doesn't just glorify Hepburn's image, but looks behind it, into the person who lived, laughed, and created magic alongside Givenchy. Expect stunning visuals, graceful performances, and a tone that feels like a warm evening walk through Paris. Nostalgic, beautiful, and deeply human. And at the center of it all, Thomasin McKenzie, a young actress from New Zealand who has already proven her emotional range in Jojo Rabbit, Last Night in Soho, and The Power of the Dog. Now she's taking on one of cinema's most iconic figures, and that's no small feat. But what makes Thomasin so right for this role is her quiet strength, that ability to convey 1,000 emotions without saying a word. It's the same subtlety that made Hepburn so unforgettable. She's not just playing Audrey, she's embodying her spirit, and opposite her, Ansel Elgort brings charm and sophistication to the role of Hubert de Givenchy, the designer who saw Audrey not as a star, but as a muse, a friend, and an equal. Their chemistry will be the emotional heartbeat of this film, capturing a connection that was both creative and deeply personal. And then, there's the intriguing news about Michael Shannon, one of the most compelling actors working today, reportedly in talks to join the project. Known for his intense, layered performances in films like The Shape of Water and Revolutionary Road, Shannon has a way of commanding every frame he's in. While his role hasn't been confirmed, fans are already speculating. Could he play a Hollywood producer who challenged Audrey's vision? A rival in Givenchy's fashion world? Or someone else entirely? Perhaps a figure from Hepburn's private life. But make no mistake, this isn't just a story of fame and beauty. It's about creative partnership, and how two souls, through trust and respect, shaped culture. Audrey and Givenchy's relationship wasn't romantic. It was something more profound. They understood each other's artistry, building a language of elegance that the world still recognizes decades later. Givenchy didn't just design clothes for Hepburn. He designed extensions of her personality. When you see that iconic black dress in Breakfast at Tiffany's, you're not just seeing fashion, you're seeing collaboration. Dinner with Audrey is set to explore how that bond transformed both their lives, and how behind every glamorous red carpet, there's a friendship quietly fueling the art. Behind the camera, powerhouse production teams are making sure this story gets the scale it deserves. The film is being brought to life by Wayfarer Studios, Hyde Park Entertainment, and Mad Chance Productions, studios known for emotionally rich, beautifully crafted films. Producers Ashok Amritraj, Priya Amritraj, Andrew Laser, and Andrew Califf are teaming up to bring this story to screens worldwide. It's not just a Hollywood production. It's a celebration of collaboration itself, mirroring the very friendship the movie is about. The screenplay is also executive produced by Kara Holden, ensuring the emotional core of the story stays intact from page to screen. With these creative forces united, Dinner with Audrey could easily become one of the most visually stunning and emotionally resonant films of the year. Thomasin McKenzie's own journey mirrors Hepburn's in some poetic ways. From small beginnings in New Zealand to the global spotlight, she's experienced the same kind of whirlwind transition that Audrey once did. Both women carry a sense of sincerity, that rare humility that shines through fame. And much like Hepburn, McKenzie is known for roles that explore vulnerability and quiet courage. As the film brings together the worlds of fashion, film, and friendship, it's also telling a story about artistry itself, how the right partnership can amplify a person's light. Watching McKenzie and Elgort navigate that on-screen connection will likely remind audiences why Hepburn and Givenchy's legacy continues to inspire creative souls to this day. As production moves forward, anticipation is growing fast. With elegance, emotion, and a cast of rising and established stars, Dinner with Audrey promises to be not just a retelling of the past, but a reminder of what timeless collaboration looks like. Audrey Hepburn's life was a symbol of kindness, grace, and strength. Hubert de Givenchy was her creative mirror, shaping her cinematic image through design. Together, they built moments that became immortal. Now, their story comes full circle, ready to enchant a new generation of dreamers. When the lights dim and the film begins, audiences won't just be watching history. They'll be stepping into it. One dinner, one dress, and one unbreakable friendship at a time.